This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Couldn't do it without you, need your full participation. And we giving back, this is your appreciation. Tune in daily, get your positive vibrations. Learn different words in your own native language. Learn being black ain't all about slavery. Put that in the school book, it's part of education. We need to rewrite it, need some better information. Like how we built the pyramids and formed our own nation. Visit different continents and then try to invade them. Way before Columbus, but that ain't none of these pages. It's all just rumors, just a bunch of speculation. But why I never admit every hero is Caucasian. Even white people starting to say this shit is racist. Like how they talking to blacks for this vaccination. This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Do it without you, need your full participation. And we giving back, this is your appreciation. This is Major TV and this is brought to you by Major. Like and subscribe to get your notifications. Do it without you, need your full participation. And we giving back, this is your appreciation. Appreciate the views and appreciate the comments. Keeping it real, always giving you this content. Hoping that my people don't take nothing out of context. Giving you
The vibration. Good day to you all. This is Major, and thank you for tuning in Major TV. Let's talk. See, I'm on the truck. I'm on the road out here getting this bag. I hardly ever do lives on the truck anymore. I started trying to doing lives on the truck, but now I do it mostly at home and in the office. But what happened a couple of days ago that caused a large reaction, in my opinion, the positions that some people took, because the angle I'm coming from is just I'm responding to the reactions. And I just want to just do a quick live and talk about what happened at the Oscar with Chris Rock, Will Smith, involving Jada Pinkett. And as y'all tuning in, welcome to make comments and be a part of this conversation, because I always say this channel don't exist without the people. So having the people participation is so important. I had a couple of days to really think about this, because I had mixed emotions across the board, and I was watching everybody who was responding, and I watched how the algorithm went crazy. YouTube algorithm, the internet and algorithm, what have you. It was just a trending topic of what happened that night. And I guess I was surprised, but that's who we are as a people. You know, we jump the gun, or we immediately go there and go to comment. And I always, I've always known that sometimes you should be like the last person should want to say something, because you really want to watch your action and see what's really going on. Because when I analyze that, in my opinion, I seen a severe case of mental health issue with Will Smith, and then learned about what he wrote in his book about he felt less than a man. He felt like he didn't defend himself and defend others he cared about. That was deep. And know how open he was about their marriage and what have you. And there was a lot of rumors, but when I was seeing the R&B stuff from New Orleans, spoke openly about him and Jada Pinkett. It felt, it draws such a reaction. And I think now our younger people should see like being in front of the spotlight is not always good. And when you're public like that and you're in the spotlight and then you let your personal business get all out there, people make memes, make fun of you, unfortunately. But for me, when I look at the reaction of the people when that happened, I felt like we dropped the ball as a people because there was a lot of insensitivity about what happened. There was a lot of people making fun of it, and it was just being, I guess, human in their eyes. But for me, it's like you had three people that was affected by this. Jada, first and foremost, knowing her condition, Will feeling a certain kind of way because his wife, and then at the end, Chris Rock, the one who get humiliated, even though his ticket sales is out the roof. He's gonna probably make a lot of money off it, but mentally, where he at? Way at his head, and how we speak about stopping the violence in our community, how this helps. Now, I do agree that our women need to be protected, but so do our children and men. We have to realize the reason why melanated men can't protect melanated women and children because they don't even know how to protect themselves. And those who do know, they are far and few among many that don't. And because we're not as active we should be in these communities with these young boys that really need men in their life, it's such a disappointment to watch another in their 50s grown men carry that way in front a big stage like that. In my eyes, on the plantation, wifey platform, and the fact that there is a split in the reaction. And for me, I don't have a comment or no opinion about that. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna speak about publicly. Inside, I have my reservations, and I was really just caught off guard. But I just feel like it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I do feel like too many times we get out of getting our emotions, and I'm guilty of that myself. And now we're in a position whereas we're being judged for something we said and did. And recovering from something like this is not easy. Even if the man of his life will that he continue to be successful, always follow him. And just as a melanated man, knowing what happened, then looking at other men and how they were acting and what have you, this is really cool. This is how we start responding, considering all we dealing with. And I get it. Melanated women should be protected. I get it that there's too much respect of our women. But when we will realize that what we do does matter. What we say does matter. How we react to things does matter. And I'm not even talking about the press. I'm talking about among each other, because people follow influential people and people that's doing things or that's on the screen. And we see this kind of behavior in the interaction of our own people, like enjoying it and making fun of it and making memes of it. It just exacerbates an already dangerous problem in our community of the self-hate and the violence that's in our community. And we don't understand the grand scheme of what we seen yesterday, because what we seen, not yesterday, a couple of days ago, we seen this one viral That very thing going on in our community every day. That very thing we see going on in our community every day on different levels. Women are being disrespected. Men are being disrespected. Kids are being disrespected. And a lot of times, the the proper channel of communication is not exercised. The further result is violence. We listen to music. We watch television. We live in communities that we know as melanated people we are underrated. We are automatically rolled off in the eyes of most groups because of how we already have been castigated, how we've been thrown the bus, how we have been reminded that we're from ex-slaves, how we have been regarded as a people that don't want nothing. And all of the subliminal things, right? The people that's in position that we legislatively supposed to vote to put in position to speak up for us, do not defend us, do not really make sure, that our rights are preserved if we have for specific argument. It just unfortunate. And it hurts because when I watch where we react to that, right? And I'm specifically talking about those who not understanding that it's bigger than Will, Jada, and Chris. This is a problem in our community of how we bully, you know what I'm saying? How we undermine, we disrespect each other, and then a lot of times we don't even know how to have the proper engagement, you know what I'm saying? The first thing we do is grab a gun and ready to shoot. And it's sad that you see people of high status, right? That have put in the work, that have shown they can be professional, whatever. I know everybody can use their clues, they cool. When you're of that age and you're responding like that, and I understand the history of Chris Rock says them in 2016 and the other day about the G.I. Jane joke, but I don't think it warranted. I don't think that would be a good example for us to really look at to see what damn, this is how we handle things. If somebody sees something, nah, I feel like it just take one split second and you lose your life. That could easily turn deadly. You know what I'm saying? And it could lead to other places. And we know of people that probably had altercations that led to something like this. But for me, it's like me making this live was kind of hard because I don't want to be like everybody else. I'm not trying to talk about what happened and, oh, he did this and blah, blah, blah. I'm not with all that. I'm like, we can't help each other. What are we gonna do? How we going to make our situation better? I get it. There was a joke was said, and in all fairness, it should have been addressed, but not like that. And I'm just caught in thought in how I want to deliver what I'm saying because I know there's people that parade and champion what Will did, standing up for a melanated woman. But this is how we're gonna do in every situation. If the slightest thing that appears though it don't sound right or something was dead. And nowadays, it's like communication is not there. We literally would go there. And a lot of times they're not fighting, they're grabbing guns. I believe this is a poor example of us as a people. And I'm not even worrying about the oppressor or the opposing side. I'm talking about us as melanated people. It's not a good example because our kids are watching this. Our people's watching this. The state we are as a people, we definitely need better role models. We definitely need to address the mental health issues in our community because Will Smith, in my opinion, suffers severe mental health Whereas in his book, he speaks about feeling like he was less than. He felt like he was a coward, felt like he wasn't defending his family. He spoke about it. And then in his speech, he spoke about how he has he feel like his job now is to help and protect people. And that's a beautiful thing, especially being inspired by King Richard movie, Venus and Serena Dad, and how he pushed them beautiful sisters to be who they are in a tennis game. However, controlling our emotions, not losing our cool, and then subjecting ourselves to some of the most demeaning ways of doing things. Because you have a split. You have some people like, yeah, he did right, and yeah, this, that, and other. You have other people saying, nah, man, that's not cool. And you know what's so messed up? When you have the other group talking about it, when they throwing their two cents in, that bothers me more because now you is on the grand stage, and whether they are fellow actors in industry, still you got other parties speaking about something that should be in house. To see where how I grew up, have a problem with you, I'm gonna address you about it. Now, if we can't handle this like men, then you know what that next step is possible. But that should be the last result. See, a lot of times we speak to our people about being responsible, about controlling our emotions, about stopping the violence, but we then fall victim of the very things that we speak about because it's real. It's real that his brother do feel a certain kind of way about his family public image and what has been said. But also when you make your life public, that can happen. And I admire people in the industry that don't let their business be all like the streets. We are on a big plantation. And a lot of us want to make fun of each other and want to undermine and say crazy things, but it was nothing to me. When I look at the reaction, it was nothing but a big black circus. A big black circus. And I mean everybody has something to say. Almost everybody. That's into this social media world. And it's sad to like watch how people reacting when you got three people that's been affected more than anybody, and including their families. We ain't talking about their families. We ain't talking about the children involved, the siblings, the parents. We ain't talking about them. But you have Jada, you know what I'm saying, with her illness, a disease that felt isolated, that felt it violated. Yeah, Will feel like he was defending her. You had Chris Rock, who just was doing what he do, tell jokes. Now, all three of the people affected, plus everybody around them, family and friends. Along with their careers, with people saying and so forth, so on. And there are some people that just, some people just heartless. They just letting it come off their tongue. They're making videos. They're doing this, that, and other. And it's sad to see how we act. We're like we're in just a big old circus. I call it a black circus. Don't be a part of black circus. And a lot of probably gonna miss this message because they already did it, you know. And I was surprised to see some people even was trying to talk about it because it's like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying nobody should have talked about it. I'm saying, but bring it to perspective what happened. And I've seen some people do that. I won't lie. I looked at some things or whatever because I don't really be on YouTube like that, but I do a little peeping here and there. And it's just sad that the mental health in our community is so severe, even at the highest level. You know, we think we have all the millions of dollars. It's all good, but they have to deal with so much trauma that we don't even understand. And this is a good example They don't get no bigger than this. One of the biggest stars in comedy, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood as an actor, and also the wife Jada, and to watch our people put a show on social media and make fun of the situation. It's sad. It's sickening. It's sickening, and you know, I had a discussion or two about it, right? And it got to the point where we kind of like exchanged some real reactions about it. But for me, I'm like, when do it end? See, I'm real about it. I know when we talk about unity, we talk about community building, we talk about loving each other, we talk about helping each other. I know that's more of the idea than the reality for most of us. 'Cause a lot of us just see us and we be on the tunnel vision, what I can do for myself and our, for our people once we get on. And it's just disheartening to watch how we're so easy to take each other down, but refuse to help each other. And I'm not talking about your family and friends. I'm talking about your community. 'Cause a lot of us coming from a lot of us that's a southern come from some very poor um neighborhoods. And we know the systemic issues that's going on. And we watching kids making the wrong decisions and we refuse to go help. Um I'm gonna be doing a series of videos soon. I'm about to really talk about some real deep issues. And I just really want to just talk to the people. Because for me it's like I listen to people. And I'm trying to understand, especially those who have the influence, those who are in a position to make the OG call, those in a position that really can do something. I'm trying to understand what's really going on. But for me, it's like we can watch every other group come together and make sure they have their schools, they have their banking system or the economy together. They make sure that they have their culture and everything in place. And I feel like for us to make excuse why I should not enact with another brother or sister, or how we try to point out things about people in our community we know ain't right. But what about all the rest of the people that is right, that's doing the right, that's out here doing something that we not getting with. And we so busy trying to please the oppressor, please those who have power, those who have influence, as opposed to making sure your people are right, making sure that there is light in this dark tunnel we in, trying to find light. And just shame on a lot of people that try to just shame on people that became a part of this big old circus on this big black circus on this big old plantation and making fun of a situation that was so sensitive, so delicate, and unfortunate for us to witness. It's sad. And for me, that just remind me how far we gotta go. Cause people are really dying out here that have money with this street rap and what have you, and all this other stuff that's been pushed through the airways for us to just be gullible and start enjoying listening to. We do have a long way to go. But I do want to thank those who really just doing the work, those who focus, and those who really just want to make what's going on around them better. And I know it's hard when you're just dealing with pure ignorance. You're dealing with people that just don't care. You're dealing with people that just believe that they know when they show you they don't know. It's hard. I mean, I won't lie. That's why I just remain positive, keep the Most High at first. I just walk in my purpose. That was a big old black circus I seen. And I seen a bunch of people acting like clowns, acting like that's something to make fun about. Black mental health in our community is real. The emotional distress, the chaos, the lack of helping each other, the lack of really realizing that it takes a village to raise a child, the fact that we really realize that we cannot build a real economy if we don't create the jobs. And I'm not just talking about creating jobs, providing what we need, providing something that we don't have. We're so business competing with each other. We're so business trying to focus on what the next person doing, and you're trying to outdo them. We are trying to outdo them, as opposed to just encourage each other in working together. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's just like a big old circus out there, big black circus, and I see a bunch of our people that's just making fun of something that's real, that's really happening in our community right now. Happening right now. There's so much violence in our community because people are being disrespected. I think they're being disrespected. Or I think it's cool. I gotta get some respect. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna go guns and blaze. I'm gonna show my heart I am. And that's just a wrong way of trying to get the message out to our people. I don't know. But shouts out to everybody watching. I wasn't trying to hold y'all up. Um, I just had these things on my mind. I'm being a bit redundant because I'm going to be careful the way I articulate myself tonight because I'm not trying to specifically go at nobody. I'm just looking at the reaction of our people in the time, whereas we're in need of real men and women to just do their part because we have to protect the women. We have to protect the children. We also have to protect the men. The men not even protected. And reason being because we haven't galvanized, organized our people to march towards a just cause. And if we don't realize self-determination is now, if we don't realize doing for self is now, I don't know what else to say. I'm not dropping a whole lot of videos because I'm doing a lot of things. I'm trying to get organized, the process of doing this shit because this is not my life. I just take time in my life to do this. My goal is just to share real information with you, try to encourage you, and also show you what I'm doing. And if we can network and build, let's do that too. I just feel like too many times we put ourselves in a box, and too many times we take for granted these platforms and things we have going for us for granted. Too many times. And I'm not about to waste the opportunity of sharing information or helping my people. Because I'm trying to be a part of what's going on in the algorithm, what's popping, or whatever you know. I'm gonna talk with you all about things that I feel is real. If it's something trending like this, I'm gonna come from a different angle and just show and bring a real perspective. We are really at a brink of we're at a brink of destruction in the sense whereas it's not just the physical aspect of us hurting each other, but the mental and spiritual aspect of how we present information to our people, when we show our people. And a lot of us just so ass backwards with our interpretation of certain things, and then we get caught up into a certain way of doing things and thinking when you have many people that's involved that want to participate, that we have to also give out it and try to work things out. Like, I don't believe no one man or no woman have the answer. I believe all of us together have the answer. Everybody can bring something different to the table. It's just finding those who are sincere and real enough to want to do that. That's all. But shouts out to everybody coming through. Shout out to Jody Jones. Shout out to Major TV GMJ. That's the business, Lafayette, Louisiana. Thank you for coming through, sis. Black first, second, and third X. Grand Rising. Thank you for coming through. Jacqueline Rao, what's up? Grand Rising, Major TV, Black Power, P1 Family. You already know. Rashawn Irvin, what's up, brother? Major in the room. P1 first. Thank you for coming through, my bro. Avengers the Ancestors, one love. One love to you. Thank you for coming through. Soul Journey Life coming through too. Peace and blessings. Salute, brother Major. Salute, Black Power. Real talk. I mean, I'm right now I'm just rambling on, but it's just some stuff on my mental I had to talk about. I mean, part of me want to just really just go in about it, but no, I don't want to do that. I just want to get my people to think about what I'm talking about and just understand, what we're dealing with, so I wish all three of them people get well. I hope their families and people around them that, just really kind of resolve a lot of it, because I just don't feel it's a good look for us right now. Consider we're trying to find our foot and do things that's productive in our community. That is definitely not a good look. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'm not gonna hold y'all up anymore. Shouts out to everybody that tuned in, commenting. Shouts to everybody that support the channel. Continue like, share, and subscribe, and do the channel notification button. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Y'all be safe and be smart and just be you. Peace.
To the people, the power is the people. They power in your ego. We power in this evil. It's power in this music. Got power and I use it like I'm a superhero. We really need a leader. Power to the people. The power is the people. They power in your ego. We power in this evil. It's power in this music. Got power and I use it like I'm a superhero. We really need a leader. Wish we could see that we hurting ourselves. Hate to see each other excel. Looking like crabs in the barrel. Wanna gossip, wanna judge. What if we all just unified and put all our differences aside to preserve our way of life and be black and keep our pride and be kings under God and speak words that are wise and don't glorify things that took our fucking people lives. We've been oppressed so long, we feeding on our own. Disconnected from our people, stuck in zombie mode. Children of the lost tribes, just go back to Israel. They say I'm trivial, but I swear it's biblical. We need to come together, not only at funeral. I'm so tired of fucking funeral.